Welcome to another episode of You Know
Ball, baby.
Brought to you by the Run the Play
Network.
I'm your host, Anthony. To my right, I got Phil in the building. Phil, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing this classic dance from the 2000s, bro. I'm just having some fun, bro. Like, we had a really good conversation in our last video that you guys should watch. What was the title of that video again? We don't know yet, but you're going to see it. It's going to pop
Thunder are
up.
going to the finals, ...
It might be that.
It might be that.
It might be that. But having some fun with that. We back here. We about to do some 2025 NBA playoffs, true and false. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to have some fun. We're going to test each other. We're going to see what's true, what's false, and we're going to discuss it. We're going to debate, and maybe we're going to fight.
We gonna fight.
I don't think we're going to fight. We too chill with each other. Nah, maybe we'll fight. It depends.
Hey, if you guys want to participate in this video, join our Discord. The link is in the description down below. Maybe we could do an episode where you guys submit true or false questions for us.
Please.
I think that'd be fun. So join the Discord down below. Let's get into it, man.
Let's
true
see.
or false? I guess I'll knock it off. I was just going to say true or false, but true or false? Let's go with the Laker theme one for you, first Laker fan. True or false, the first round cost Austin Reeves his $30 million contract? From the Lakers. Let me add that.
I don't think it's fair to, put this round on him. I don't think it will, so I'm going to say false. Because I do think he deserves $30 million. And I know before you said if I'm the Lakers, I probably wouldn't pay him $30 million, but he's had so many series before where he actually has stepped up. I think that we just ran into the wrong problem and had the wrong team built and had the wrong focus that it screwed everything up. We just got Luka, we got rid of AD, and then we had a focus. It was more like him and D'Lo could do their thing, and he was definitely the guard. But then this time it was more like Luka's doing his thing. He clearly he doesn't have to worry about too much, but his job in this one was changed. His role was changed. So I feel like next year, since now he knows what he needs to do, I feel like he's going to play better. And his regular season was good. I wouldn't take away $30 million from him because he had 5 bad games. I
agree with that sentiment, but I will say I don't think the Lakers should pay him.
Okay.
Because I don't think you could win with that backcourt. And I know Austin Reeves and Luka, that is a very talented backcourt. Mm-hmm. But defensively, they can't stop any of these West teams. You can't stop Curry with that. You can't stop Shea and J-Dub with that. You can't stop Anthony Edwards with that, obviously. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you could stop fucking Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green with that.
No, we could stop that.
I don't know, bro. I mean, you guys definitely need a center before you could say that because
1,000%.
I don't think Luka and Austin Reeves could guard those guys in single coverage. Mm-hmm. So that would be my thing where, sure, Austin Reeves is a $30 million talent, but he's not worth that because of the perimeter defense that he provides. Because offensively, he was, I wouldn't even say bad. I would say mediocre. Mm-hmm. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't how his regular season wrapped up, which was amazing. He had a great end to his regular season offensively. But I would say he costed them the series, him and Luka defensively. Yeah. Just not being factors at all. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say. I will say that. But we will see what happens next year. And I hope that we can keep him. I think that, if anything, we need to be thinking about trading Rui before we trade Reeves. Because he's $18 million. I think he should be coming off the bench. And I don't want to pay a player off the bench $18 million.
I think Reeves should be coming off the bench. Mm-hmm. I think if you had a safe catching, what KCP was for the Lakers, and you just play Reeves more minutes than KCP, I think that would work out a lot better than what their roster looked like this season. Because that defense is cake. Cake, bro. Easily.
Why'd you say it like it was a smooth little commercial? That defense is cake.
That defense
Sponsored by
cake.
Nestle.
Sponsored by Boom Fantasy. Roll the ad.
That too. Man, okay, LeBron hit my parlay. Let's get it.
Oh shit, he hit it?
Yeah, bro. Look at this.
I won $200. I tailed your parlay.
How the heck did you win $200?
I used Boom Fantasy. I used their pick and spin, spun the wheel, got 10 times my money.
Bro, you gotta hook me up.
If you use code RTP, you could get a risk-free bet up to $100. Let's get back to the video.
Boom.
No, seriously though, I don't know how competitive, especially with LeBron too. Yeah. LeBron was not a great defensive player this season really wasn't at all. So, who's their 4? Rui's cool, but he's not a great defensive player. I wouldn't even say he's good. I would say
Exactly.
he's a fairly average defender.
Yeah.
So that was the whole thing during the regular season, where when their defense looked good, this team looked elite. But once the playoffs cracked, it's a little bit different. So that would be my take. But what's your first true or false question?
Here we go. First true or false question. Or actually just statement. Pascal Siakam is better than Jalen Williams.
Ooh. Oh, you're testing me now.
I was putting one name here, but then I thought it instantly, and I was like, I'm going to change it to this name.
Okay. I'm going to say true.
Okay.
And let me explain why. Pascal Siakam is a better talent than Jalen Williams. Who would I rather have if I'm building a team? Not even talking about age, Jalen Williams. Because Jalen Williams is a better fit.
Yeah.
But Pascal Siakam is a more talented player. Pascal Siakam, I would rather have Pascal Siakam be the best player on my team, but I would rather have Jalen Williams on virtually any team.
Yeah.
I don't think a Pascal Siakam-led team goes very far, but I think, like, if the Thunder traded them, I think they would be worse off with Pascal Siakam than Jalen Williams.
All right.
Fair? What do you think?
The way you put it, I actually agree with that. Because of by age and youth, got to go with Jalen Williams. But then Pascal Siakam, he's proven. He's been in these situations before. He knows what he's doing. He knows his role. So, I mean, he's got to be better, especially his scoring. He's been playing really well scoring-wise for the Pacers. So, I agree with you on that.
Pascal Siakam is more likely to give you 40. Jalen Williams is going to give you that consistency that you need. Yeah. Even though he does have some bad games here and there, at least he's contributing defensively. Because Siakam, there's some games where defensively Siakam is just nothing. Like, he's just out there, you know? Jalen Williams will never see that. He's always going to be out there playing good defense.
I'm just glad you giving Siakam his props, man. I'm going to try to put you on.
I told you I'm off that. I'm
going to try to put you on.
All right. Let me put you on.
All right. What's up?
All right. This is kind of, I guess you could say this is playoffs. True or false? There are way less superstars now than in the 2010s. And what do you qualify as a superstar, I would add?
Yeah, that is always something I'm trying to think of. Like, because there's superstars, there's all-stars,
there's like superstars by name. You know, like LeBron's
GOATs.
Still a superstar.
Yeah.
But LeBron isn't like a top 10 player in the NBA.
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
True or false? There are way less superstars now than in the 2010s.
I am going to say yes. I'm going to say that's true. Only because, like, in the 2010s, there was, like, you could probably name a team, and there was definitely a superstar on that team.
Jeff Teague.
I'd say Jeff Teague is a crazy funny pull. There were just so many players and so many storylines and so many players that, like, owned the team, and you could tell they did, and they were pretty loyal with that team. And then now it's kind of just like, well, you have SGA, you have Jokic, Giannis, maybe Donovan. Well, no, Donovan Mitchell, definitely. But then, like, Tatum.
We always forget Tatum when we talk about that.
Tatum. I just feel bad for him, bro. But then, like, when you go down the list, there's, like, a lot of maybes with the, like, I guess the top 15 or even the top 20. Where before you could easily name 20 superstars.
I think by the end of the 2020s, this will be false. Because I think with the apron rules, what's it called?
The first apron and second apron? Or the CBA?
The CBA. I think players are more likely to stay on their teams, which leads them to becoming more of superstars. Because we're only halfway through the 2020s, you know? Yeah. But I would say right now there's like 5 superstars. In the 2010s, you had KD, you had LeBron, you had Wade, you had Dirk, you had Kobe, you had Russ, you had Harden, you had Curry, you had
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that's a good one.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. But superstar for me is a higher tier. Like you said, 15. You said like 15 to 20 players could be superstars. I don't think I would go that far. But I would say there's like that upper echelon. I think like superstars would be players I would qualify as like could go down as an all-time great. So when I hear like Tyrese in those conversations, like I don't think Tyrese is like in that Damian Lillard tier.
Yeah.
Who else is a guy? Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards could go down as an all-time great by the end. But right now, if he were to retire today, he's not an all-time great.
Yeah.
So he's not a superstar. Yeah. I'm not even saying Hall of Famers. I'm saying greats, So
Nah, I feel
those
you.
would be what like I would qualify as a superstar. And yeah, I don't think there's as many now as there was. Kawhi too. Shout out Kawhi.
I forgot about Kawhi.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, man.
Shout
You're
out
just
Kawhi.
so silent. He's just so quiet.
Yeah, he's like me.
You ain't no yapper?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm a silent killer.
I feel you. All right.
Big difference.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you for that. Anyways, next up, here we go. Nicolau Alexander-Walker is the best sixth man in the 2025 NBA playoffs.
In the entire playoffs?
Yes.
Let me look at the teams.
Hey, take your time, man.
I'll take my time.
Take your time. This might be a hot take.
What about Scottie Pippen Jr.? No. DeAndre Hunter, I would take over him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would take Nikhil over Pritchard.
Mm-hmm. Remember, guys, in these 2025 NBA playoffs.
I would take Caruso over him.
Mm-hmm.
I would take... That might be it, though. He's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets Russ? Potential? I'd say same tier. But those would be mine. What about you?
All right, so for this, I'm going to say false because there's only one player I'm taking over him, and that's Alex Caruso.
Dub.
That's Alex Caruso.
Dub.
Come on, man. Caruso.
I wouldn't look at Nikhil as a six man though. When I see a six man, I see a spark plug.
Yeah.
And I think Nikhil is more of a I'm gonna come in the game and do my job type of guy. Caruso, when he comes into the game, he punches you in the mouth, man. You feel it. But when Nikhil comes into the game, you don't really get that punch in the mouth. You get more of like he's a sub that's like he comes in and you're not losing anything, but he's not like firing you up, And I think a six man, he's firing me up.
I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know because, like, I literally, every single time he comes in, I feel like he brings energy. I feel like even if it's just like, oh, he's scoring or he's like an example, like he'll come in, knock down a crazy three or even get a really nice assist in, like, I feel like he always brings energy. And then also on the defensive end, he's pretty good. Like, he's pretty physical. Like, maybe he's not like a Dyson Daniels type dude where he's always like aware of everything, but he's very physical and he bothers people. But I'd say he brings in energy whenever he comes in.
Okay.
I just think that Alex Caruso, he's different.
Yeah, we got that different punch.
Caruso is the definition of six man, like without a doubt.
Big difference.
Dang it.
All right. This is a future playoff one, all right? This one, I'm really proud of this one. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
The Dallas Mavericks will be a top 4 seed with Cooper Flagg.
Oh, because of Cooper Flagg?
Like with him on the roster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, easy.
Top 4 next season.
That's true. That's true. They're going to be top 4. I know Kyrie's going to be gone, but they're definitely going to get a point guard, and there's a lot of point guards they can take a risk on because they don't need a star point guard to help out. Like, for example, the names that they were talking about was Lonzo Ball, Marcus Smart, Chris Paul. Like, those guys can easily come in and, like, help them with what they're doing because the main point of the Dallas Mavericks, I think, next year is they need to just be big. They need to, like, whatever they do with PJ Washington or Daniel Gafford, it's not going to hurt them. Like, if they lose PJ Washington, easy money for Cooper Flagg to come in and do his thing. And he's experienced also. He's played with those players before. If they lose Daniel Gafford, they got Derek Lively and Anthony Davis right there, and they could probably pick up another big in the stinking draft and do their thing. But no matter what, the whole identity there is just be big, play big. And that's going to be an advantage because a lot of teams are small now.
So what do you see their lineup looking like next season?
Lineup without...
Because Kyrie will be back in like February, right?
Okay. If he's back in... or you want me to say the one before February or with Kyrie?
Let's say with Kyrie.
All right.
Their best case playoff lineup.
So, and I totally forgot Klay Thompson was on the team, but if I were doing the lineup next year for the Dallas Mavericks, I'd do point guard, Kyrie Irving, shooting guard, Klay Thompson, small forward, PJ Washington, power forward, Anthony Davis, center, depending on what they do with Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively. I'm going to say Derek Lively at center, and then off the bench, I'm going to have Daniel Gafford.
Hold up. You're benching Cooper Flagg?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have him come in as like a 7th or 8th man. I want him to get experience first.
What?
I want to get experience because if PJ Washington's still there, I feel like he's going to be because Daniel Gafford wants to get paid the big bucks.
But you think PJ Washington right now is better than Cooper Flagg?
I think for the team, he's better. I think he plays his role, what they need. But with Cooper Flagg, I think he's still... I think so.
I would disagree heavily on that. I'm not gonna lie.
I love Cooper Flagg. Believe me, I love Cooper Flagg. But for the Dallas Mavericks, I think you need to let him get experience first and then learn, come in for a PJ Washington, and then be that spark plug.
So you're saying all next season he should come off the bench?
Yes.
Oh, I think you're tripping.
How is that tripping?
Bro, okay, listen to this.
I'm just prioritizing experience a little bit. I know that Cooper has that, but I feel like PJ fits what they're doing already. And
I'm going to say this. Experience don't mean nothing. We have the Thunder in the finals.
Yeah.
You know? Cooper Flagg, to me, is a much better basketball player than PJ Washington. Like, if PJ Washington was KD, I get you. But, like, if PJ Washington was... Who's someone good that's experienced? Like, really good? Whoever, right?
Like, who's not a superstar? Or?
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
Like, if PJ Washington was Mikal Bridges, we could have a different conversation.
Yeah.
But PJ Washington is not that great at basketball.
Okay.
He's cool. If you have Cooper Flagg there, Cooper Flagg could be your primary playmaker, and you could tell Kyrie, go get buckets. Klay Thompson stand in that corner. AD, come set a screen for our 7-footer.
Oh, yeah. But, like, don't you want him to, like, have the space to do that when he's subbing in? Like, I feel like he would have way more advantages, especially if P.J. Washington and Anthony Davis were to come off the floor. He would come in with Daniel Gafford and do his thing. If Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson were to come off the floor, he'd be able to come in and do his thing. Like, I feel like...
I think that stunts his growth coming off the bench, bro. I'm trying to give him as many minutes as possible. If I'm Cooper Flagg, I want as many. I don't think you could even, like... I don't get, like, if you trade Luka, right? And, like, everyone's pissed off at you, and then you get the number 1 pick, and everyone's hyped. I don't know how you tell that fan base Cooper Flagg's going to come off our bench.
I mean, you play him for 27, 28 minutes. And then when it gets to the down, like, when he gets a little bit more, like, in there, put him in the depth lineup.
Cooper Flagg needs to be starting, bro. I think he, like, you would agree with this, right? He has all-star potential as a rookie.
As a rookie? I need to see how he plays against these NBA players.
Potential. Like, I wouldn't bet on it. But if Cooper Flagg was a rookie, if Cooper Flagg was an all-star, would you be surprised?
Yes. For next year. I'd be surprised rookie year if he becomes an all-star.
I wouldn't, bro. He's just that good. I don't think he's a better prospect than Wemby because I see those conversations now. So I'm not trying to I want y'all to know I'm not overreacting on those conversations or whatever.
Yeah.
But Cooper Flagg, to me, bro, you're playing – if you're on a 4 seed, I think he could average 18 – 8-8, 18, 6-6.
I don't think he can do that.
What did he average in college?
Not his first year. In college, I think it was like 18, 9-4, or 18, 8-4. It was something like that.
I think he's gonna have the space to rock. He averaged 19, 8-4.
Oh wow.
Let's say he averages 17, 5-5. So maybe he's not an all-star.
Yeah.
But could you see him averaging 17, 5-5 in his rookie year?
I'm going to say no.
What do you see him averaging?
I could see him averaging like...
If he started, could you see him averaging 17, 5-5?
If he was starting, I could see him averaging... If he started, I could see him averaging 15, 6-6. Or 15, 5-5.
Which to me is a lot better than whatever PJ Washington does. I just think the Mavericks are a competitive team, you start your best 5.
Okay.
You know, it's not like this is a project. This is Cooper Flagg.
Oh, I know he's not a project, but I think that you, like if he's really that good, start him. Like, without a doubt. Like, I love Cooper Flagg. If he's starting, I'm gonna be incredibly happy. But like, with what you're trying to do, like, you're big and you're trying to focus on defense. I think you just keep PJ Washington in there because he has really good chemistry with Anthony Davis and whatever centers out there. They played really good, especially against the Rockets in that one game, and they had like a block party in the first thinking half. Like,
but you don't think Cooper Flagg's a better defender than PJ Washington?
I need to see. Like, PJ, I love PJ's defense. I love it. So, and Cooper Flagg, I know he can play defense, but I need to see it. So, I think you just rock with what you have with experience first, and then if Cooper Flagg is really just that good that you have to start him, then start him. But I think you just rock with what you have.
I think if I'm the Mavericks, I'm telling the coaches, I'm telling everyone this man is starting because he is an 18-year-old with this potential to be the next superstar of the NBA. You know, like, I feel like you can't draft a dude that good, and it's not like he's Zachary Researcher. or Alex Sarr.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're talking about Cooper
He's
Flagg.
way better than those guys.
So, I think you got to start a dude like that. What's your last true or false question?
All right, here we go. This is why I saved this one. This was going to be a little thing for TikTok, but Jalen Brunson has been the best scorer in the playoffs.
I'm going to say true. I'm going to say it's him or Jokic. You know, he's just – I think as far as talent goes, Jalen Brunson is the best scorer in the playoffs. He just gets you buckets after buckets after buckets, no matter if it's Asar Thompson guarding him, Aaron Nesmith, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday. Like, he's got heads on his list. And he's, like, when he is on, he is, it is one of the most impressive things to watch. When he is on, he's unstoppable. When he's off, he's getting to the line consistently. So I think he's the best scorer in the playoffs.
Just for the fun of it. Just based on this playoffs. Who you taking scoring-wise? Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell?
I'm taking Brunson. I think Donovan Mitchell did it because he needed to do it because that team was so beat up. But Donovan Mitchell backseated this year. But Donovan Mitchell, I think, is a very similar type of scorer to Brunson. Where, like, when he's hot, bro, it's kind of like you just put your hands up and pray. Shea's another dude that you could argue over Brunson, but I think I would just take Brunson because of his pure bucket getting ability, bro. Or Cat.
Oh, you would take Cat?
Nah, but when Cat is on in these playoffs, bro, it's kind of like what are you gonna do when Cat's shooting threes? I know Izzy hates that, man.
I'm about to say, dude, so you don't like Cat, the big bodega?
But this is the thing. Izzy has worked every good Cat game. When Izzy watches the Knicks, Cat is awful. Every good Cat game, like the game that they won, and Cat had 20 in the fourth quarter, Izzy was working. But if Izzy watched that Cat game...
It's always like after I'm looking at the stats, I'm like, oh, wow, like, cool. Like, whenever I watch it, bro, that dude sucks.
Even game one, like, Cat went off, but he was just a liability on defense.
Oh, man. Cat be pissing me off.
No, but I think the top tier of score... Or did you have other names you wanted to go through? Or was it just Mitchell?
I think it was just Mitchell, maybe SGA, and then, Jason Tatum.
No, I don't think Jason Tatum was good enough in these playoffs. I think Jason Tatum, that last game he had before his injury, prayers up, looked amazing. But if he, like, the whole playoffs, he wasn't better than Brunson. You know?
Got you.
I want to say if you have Brunson, SGA, or Jokic in that top tier, you're valid. I think anyone else is, like, I would debate with you. If you said Jokic, I'd be like, all right, that's fair. If you said Shea, I'd be like, all right, that's fair. But Jalen Brunson, to me, has been, like, because those other guys provide so much, so I think that's why they're on that echelon. Jalen Brunson really is just a bucket, and that's why he's there. So.
All right. Okay.
That's it.
I like that.
There you go. Thank you, guys. Wait, who was your best scorer in the playoffs?
Oh, I was going with Brunson.
Yeah.
I was going
with
with
Brunson burner?
Scoring just overall, I was messing with him.
Yeah.
Either him or SGA.
Yeah, I think that's fair. The Nuggets series, I feel like kind of hurt SGA and Jokic a bit because there were some games where they just, like, were cardio working, you know. But Brunson doesn't have those this season. So thank you guys for listening to another episode of You Know Ball. Comment down below your true or false questions or join the Discord so we could see them right away. And you could see who's responding, me or Phil.
Exactly.
On YouTube, you can't see that. So it'll probably be me, though. But anyway, thank you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. But most importantly, Phil, let them know what else they need to do.
Yes, sir. Make sure to add Run the Play Network on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. I'm Phil. This Ant-Man straight out the MCU. We out. And let's bounce.
Bounce, baby. Boom.